Hello and welcome. I'm Ms. Thompson. I'm your teacher for second grade, class 205. I'm so excited to be back in the building with your students, and I'm really looking forward to welcoming you in the next week back into in-person learning in a new and adapted way, a little bit different from what we're used to in the past, but it will definitely be great for everyone to get back in the building. So just to kick off, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ms. Thompson. This is my third year at GSA in the second grade. It is my fifth year teaching. I come from Baltimore, Maryland, moved to Chicago and started right here at GSA a few years ago. And I've absolutely loved being a part of this community. And I'm so excited to welcome 25 more second graders into the collection of many students who will always be my students. So I'd also like to show you around our classroom just to give you an idea of what to expect on the first day of school, as well as go over some quick safety protocols and the plan for our back to school picnic and the first day of school. So to begin, let me show you our classroom. I'm going to stop my presentation so you have all the screen to see our classroom. All right, so we'll start here with our morning meeting corner. I hope it's not too shaky as I'm showing you around with my laptop. This is where we'll gather each morning to go over our goals for the day, to check in with our community, to go over our calendar and our plans for our learning throughout the day. Obviously here on this carpet, we will not all fit, so we'll be spread out in this area. We'll be trying to stick to our safety procedures, which are 3 feet apart whenever possible. So we may have a few students sitting here, but we certainly won't have the entire class. We're going to pass through one of our writing stations on our way to our ELA corner. This is our library here, as well as where we will have a lot of our lessons when it comes to reading, writing, and word study. Just like our morning meeting corner, we have space here for students to sit and to be comfortable, but we will certainly not all fit on this carpet at one time. We will be spreading out into the area around so that we can still gather and be together, but we will not be too close. We'll still be plenty safe. This is the window that will also be open to keep air ventilating throughout the classroom. And then you'll also see here in the corner of our library one of 2 air purifiers that will be going in our classroom at all times. As we move over, we're going to see our teacher desk, where I will be pulling small groups a little bit later in the school year to give some instruction in a smaller group, closer to 4, 5, 6 students at once, so that students can get some targeted instruction. These little dots that are a little scattered throughout the table will keep students at one place so that they can be safe and keep their 3 feet apart with their masks on during small group instruction. As I turn you around, I'm going to show all of our desks, which are placed with some distance between them so that students can be safe. Again, 3 feet wherever possible. Luckily, we were able to get all 25 of our desks in with still space for other kinds of learning. So your student will have their name on their desk when they come in on the first day of school, and it is there that they will stay for the first few months of school. Now that you've seen some of our classroom, I'm just going to go through some of our plans for the next week and beyond. Our first day of school next Monday, August 30th, we'll be back to our in-person 7:30 to 2:30. We are having a lot of changes to keep everybody safe as we're getting 100% of our students back in, but we are very fortunate in that our pickup and drop-off places have not changed. You will still be dropping off your students at 7:30 in the morning at this area right next to our teacher parking lot. Our students in 205 are going to line up along that very long sidewalk that comes up towards the school, but it will be roughly the same area where you have been lining up for the last 3 years that you've attended, so that is very fortunate. We will be in our uniforms, maroon shirt and khaki pants. If you need uniforms, they will be available for purchase at the back to school picnic. I'll go over that a little bit more at the end. In terms of safety protocols, just to assure you that we're going to be doing whatever we can to keep everybody safe in the coming months, we are going to have our masks on at all times, vaccinated or unvaccinated, teachers, students, staff. Everybody is going to be masked unless they are eating or drinking or outside. So students will be able to take off their masks during meal times. They'll be eating in the lunchrooms or in the community center. So there'll be a rotating schedule to allow for all classes to have enough space to safely take off their masks while eating. Students will also be able to take off their masks when they are outside and playing on the playground at recess. Like I said, we have 2 air purifiers going in the room. We will keep the window open to keep some airflow throughout. We have lots of hand sanitizers, planned bathroom breaks for hand washing, and whenever possible, I'll make sure the students are staying at least 3 feet apart. We also have the option this year of doing COVID testing. If you'd like to opt in for your student to be tested weekly, more information will be available shortly, and I'll make sure that that gets to each of you if that's something that you'd like to sign your student up for. We will also have the same daily health screener. Well, it will be a little bit different. I believe the questions have changed, but just like last year when we returned in person, there will be a health screener online in order to check off and make sure your student is feeling well and does not need to stay home for the day. I will make sure that you have that link prior to the first day of school so that you can fill it out each morning to check in with your student and your family. If you have questions about our safety protocols as a school, as a classroom, as a district, I would ask you to check out the recording of this week's Parent Town Hall hosted by our principals. It is posted to the GSA website and has a lot more in-depth information about what sort of things we have going on as a district and as a school to keep everyone safe. Now for the fun stuff, tomorrow, Friday, August 27th, is our back to school picnic from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. I would love to see all of my students come if you're able to meet your teachers, buy uniforms if needed. We'll have lots of fun games and activities and just getting excited for the upcoming school year. It'll be a great opportunity to check in, especially if you have not been back to school in the last year. For those who stayed remote for all of last school year, it'll be a great chance to come back and see the school and the teachers and some of their classmates and make sure that we're all feeling really excited and looking forward to the next year. It's also a great idea over the next couple of days, especially over the weekend, to practice with your student keeping the mask on all day. That can be really difficult for students who have not been practicing that. If you stayed remote last year, I would really encourage to start setting those routines as soon as possible so that they're prepared to keep that mask on all day, as well as the usual back to school routines like getting a good night's sleep and a full breakfast, unless you decide to have breakfast here at school, which will be provided. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all of our students in the next couple of days. If not at the back to school picnic tomorrow, then on our first day of school next Monday. I'm just so happy to be back in the building with students, and I can't wait to welcome them all back. I hope to see you soon.